Yeah, it's a great buzz about it, and I think it's something that we've wanted from day one. Uh,
I think pride's the right word to be using. There's an awful lot of people who've done an awful lot behind the scenes to get the club to where it is today, and they should be looking in the mirror and feeling very, very proud for all that they've achieved. Clearly, what happens on the pitch is the most obvious area that people see, but behind the scenes as well, awful lot of work and an awful lot of pride involved with delivering it to the level that we have done to date.
yeah, I think overall the club has been through a real hardship over the last 10 years as a club. I think we've had some real difficult times, some traumatic times, and some going into administration. Having experienced three of them administrations myself, it was all difficult, and I always felt the fans got such a hard time out of it all, and the club become quite tarnished with sort of how it was happening sort of on a regular basis. So I feel at this moment in time, what's happened since we came, into this level of football which we are now, there's been lots and lots of positives.
That's good. It's been tough for the fans, obviously, travelling all the way up to Bishop, and they'll be back in their home, and obviously we want to be part of that as well. Like I say, big crowds, it'll give us a massive boost on the pitch, and it'll definitely become the 12th man that we want.
The last few years, obviously, it was a really big shock when we were demoted 5 leagues to the Northern League. But despite that, I felt probably more connected to the club and its players than I ever have or ever would have.
There have been a huge number of challenges. You're absolutely right. The financial challenges have been the ones which have been perhaps the most difficult to deal with, because in trying to marry up what the expectations of the fan base is against the playing side and the reality of the financial situation, it does cause a huge number of headaches, and a huge number of challenges as well. Running the club on volunteers naturally has its challenges as well. I think everybody who's been involved has had that moments when they've wondered why they're doing it, but the point is there's always been a wealth of experience and willing volunteers to actually help get us to the point that we're in now, ready to return to Darlington. I think the figures are showing for themselves that it would be very, very difficult for the club to continue whilst based out at Bishop Auckland. There's been 2 very, very good seasons playing wise, winning the Northern League and then finishing runners-up last season. Unfortunately, that increased performance hasn't come through in terms of the home gates. We're seeing less people coming through the gates now than we were 2 years ago, and that's clearly a sign of the fact that we're not playing our home matches here in Darlington. So yes, it's really important to get ourselves back into town as soon as possible, and that will naturally bring an element of sustainability and viability and give us options which, let's be honest, over the last 2 or 3 years we haven't had the financial resources to be able to give us the options that we want in driving the club forward. The work that needs to be carried out here at Blackwell Meadows ranges from the perimeter fencing around the pitch through to the boundary fencing around the area itself, standing, terracing, seated area, changing room facilities, and also the car park as well. We've made good progress in getting the plans all detailed and submitted, and we're confident that they're going to be accepted, and that will then allow us to raise the funds to then start work hopefully at the end of May. Returning to Darlington opens up a wealth of new opportunities for the club. There's a number of businesses have indicated that once we're back in town, they're willing to come and join the journey with us, which is exciting. We already know that a number of people would be keen to take out season tickets, and the attendances are likely to increase significantly. Having a presence back in town is absolutely crucial for any football club, and here, right in the heart of the town, it's the ideal place and ideal opportunity for us to take the club to the next level.
With the thought of going back to Darlington, where all of our fans are around, it's just exciting. Hopefully it'll be a massive increase on the numbers to come and watch us play. I do understand how difficult it's been for fans to come to Bishop Auckland, and for those that have come on a regular basis, how good have they been? Magnificent. And I mean that from sort of, from the manager's point of view to the players, how much appreciated is the support that we get from the fans.
So when the day finally comes around, I think it will really be an occasion to savour for the town.